Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm so proud that my bill, the Lethal Means Safety Training Act, is included in today's hearing. This legislation is a data-driven approach that creates valuable time and space between a veteran at risk for suicide and a potentially lethal means to taking their life. The evidence supporting lethal means safety is clear. Increasing safety measures specific to the availability and access of potential lethal means saves lives. The policies in my bill lays out, the policy my bill lays out are supported by the evidence and are supported by the experts. Both VA and the White House have called for improving lethal means safety to end the veteran suicide crisis. In response to my questioning in the committee this last year, VA's then National Director for Suicide Prevention said, quote, "If it were up to me, we would train the entire VA on how to talk about lethal means," end quote. And the White House Prevents Task Force has noted, quote, "The science supporting lethal means safety is robust and compelling," end quote. And that is a key component of effective suicide prevention. In addition, I am honored that my bill has been endorsed by a broad coalition of veterans advocates and suicide prevention experts, including the Disabled American Veterans, Paralyzed Veterans of America, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, the American Mental Health Counselors Association, the American Association of Suicidology, and many more. In fact, Dr. Russell Lemmy, the VA Community Care Workgroup lead from the Association of VA Psychologist Leaders, said, quote, "This bill would do as much or more to prevent suicide than any legislation to date," end quote. Mr. Chairman, I'd also like to request or ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a letter in support of my bill from a group of 24 leading academics in the gun violence and suicide prevention space.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. My bill directs VA to expand its evidence-based lethal means safety training annually to all employees who interact with veterans within VHA and VBA. This includes vocational rehab facilities, compensation and pension examiners, community care network providers, and caregivers. My bill also includes strong compliance and reporting requirements and ensures that this training and the resources are publicly available for broader use. VA developed its current training in partnership with mental health experts, suicide prevention organizations, and firearm safety organizations, but only a limited number of providers currently receive this valuable training. Death by suicide is often the result of an impulsive decision with a short time between deciding and acting. For a veteran in crisis, equipping them with tools to limit their access to lethal means during a critical period can make all the difference. We must equip VA employees and community partners with the resources and training they need to address the unique challenges veterans face with mental health. We owe it to our veterans to ensure that the men and women we entrust in caring for them are prepared to have these important, potentially life-saving conversations. In closing, I'd like to extend my greatest appreciation to the professionals who helped develop this bill. Thank you to Dr. Heather O'Byrne Kelly and Terry Tanielian from the committee. Thank you. Dr. Russell Lemmy, Dr. Keita Franklin, and Dakota Jablin, and all of the others who have spent their time on this critical legislation. I yield back.